No. Alright guys, what we're doing today, we're talking about doing a valve cover gasket replacement. Alright, I've already got the valve cover gasket on there, but what I'm going to show you to do is how to make your disconnections in order to be able to pull it out. Right, so what you're going to have to do is first you're going to come up here and disconnect your fuel line. What is that? I believe that's the, maybe those are fuel injector ports, or maybe your fuel line connection ports. Anyway, these right here you're gonna have to disconnect, right? You're gonna have to disconnect them from here, and you're just gonna simply take a flathead, and I don't know if you see how that slides back and forth, but anyway, you're gonna put your little Phillips head here and push it out that way, I believe. So that's how it was connected. But anyway, they go back up in there, and you don't have to worry about them being in the wrong order, because when you try to put it back, they're all going to line up that way. So you're not going to connect this one with this one, because obviously this is the last one, so that's going to connect there and there. Anyway, and then you're going to disconnect right here. These here connect to your valve cover bolts right here. You're going to pull all these off with your hand. Okay, you're going to disconnect here, all these right here, which are those, and you're going to disconnect these from your coil packs, right? And I don't have the coil packs here. The coil packs are there. So if I come over here, I'm going to show you how they look like connected right here. Like I said, you're going to pull these out. You're going to pull these out right here. Right here. I haven't done this side yet. You're going to disconnect your connectors from your coil packs. And these just press in. Real simple. Let me see. You're going to press in right here. And that comes out like that. And for that, I believe I think you have to pull up. You have to pull it forward. Let me see. Get something else here. I believe I pulled it out like this. Yes, like that. And that pops up. And it, hold on. Ah, shoot, I broke it. I don't think I broke it. But it comes off like that. Yeah, I can slide that back on there. That presses out like that. But I'll take care of this later. I don't think I broke it. But it slides back in there. Right. And once you disconnect these right here, and of course you take your coil packs out, and I believe the coil packs was 10 millimeter. You're gonna pull your coil packs out, and remember I was telling you about these clamps. You're gonna just pull these off here, each one of these. That's gonna give you access to these bolts, and these bolts are 8 millimeter. Now you're gonna need a deep socket to get the 8 millimeter out right here, and that's the 8 millimeter right here. And for to get to your, well, eventually when you do your spark plugs like I'm doing here, you're gonna need a 16 millimeter right here, a deep socket. And I have another video for that. But the disconnections you're gonna make, you're gonna have to take this right here, pull this out. This was sitting, this right here was attaches right to there. And you're gonna have to disconnect this harness right here down to there, right there. And you're gonna have to disconnect this right here from here. You're gonna have to pull out your oil dipstick from there. It was in there because it's not gonna be enough room. And you're gonna have to pull this right here out from here. This was in here like here, holding this line in there like that. And you don't necessarily have to mess with this. That's not really in a way. Like I said, this was on here like that, and you're gonna have to do all that to be able to pull that valve cover out of there. And you see how I got the bungee cord there holding that out to give me the room because it's in there real tight. And all your bolts right here. I believe it was 8mm, your deep socket. So, and the hardest one is going to be this one back here, all the way down in there. So you got this connection right here, and you follow that one to the other one. You're gonna have to get like a swivel head tool. Well, here it is, like this right here to get that. Something that swivels and something skinny, cause this is down in there. Oh, I forgot about this right here. This connection right here connects right here. You're gonna have to get that out of the way because that's pulling on that. This is the little bolt that screws down to make your connection right there. I'm gonna take that out. Right. I guess this is like the ground or whatever. And that's just to access this valve cover to be able to pull it out. And you're gonna take your silicone and you're gonna put it on the valve cover, and you're gonna just seat it down in there, and you'll be able to see that. It's once you get in there, you'll understand what you're doing. But like I said, you have to remove all this kind of stuff right here to get to it. You got to pull this big harness right here out of the way to be able to access it. Stay tuned. Stunner.